Hello there, Taylor with the Armageddon report. Severe tropical cyclone Evan is actually starting to move away from Samoa. In fact, if you go to the storm tracker page where there formerly were hurricane warnings in effect for some of the areas, now it's as high as gale warnings and storm warnings. American Samoa lost their hurricane warning, I think, about 24 hours prior to this. So Fiji is now the one to keep an eye on. Fiji is definitely in the path of this with the effects. Now, of course, as this is the JTWC path, and they show it moving north of the island, but that is, of course, just the center of circulation. So, the impacts to Fiji, starting probably, 24 hours out. I think it's supposed to be entering Fiji waters sometime Sunday. And I believe as the most recent press release I read, they said it may be as high as a Category 5 severe tropical cyclone at that time. So definitely a large and dangerous storm. Here's the satellite loop for this one. You can see Evan now proceeding westward. So that is what is going on in the land of tropical cyclones. So obviously a very big storm, but otherwise no probability areas. So that's at least good news or something. So, severe weather-wise in the US today, there's actually a 15% chance of winds, and as of the time I loaded the page, where is it? There's the warning. So we've got a quasi-linear convective system, QLCS, I think that's what it's called, a squall line, whatever it is. So 2 severe thunderstorm warnings on that one. So, and a mesoscale discussion, in fact by this point it might even be a watch. Probability of watch issuance for this area is 60% as of the time this mesoscale discussion was released. So that is, let's go back to here. So here is the general threat, and if you break it down, here is the wind map. So this would be the probability of 58 mile per hour and greater winds today. So it's higher than 15%. 5% chance of hail, severe hail being defined as 1 inch or larger. Any tornado of any size in the US is a severe weather event, so 2% chance on that. So what you do with any of these percent areas, for instance on the tornado map, you can pick this random point in Texas, and what you do is draw a 25-mile radius circle around it, and the 2% means that somewhere within that random 25-mile radius circle, there is a 2% chance of a tornado happening, occurring, or whatnot. So, and days 2, tomorrow, that's what normal humans call it. Day 2 and 3, as the Storm Prediction Center would call it. 5% chance, but we'll talk about that when tomorrow rolls around, because, you know, this time of year, sometimes it completely evaporates. Or in the case of today's threat, yesterday it was just a 5%, and now it's as high as a 15%, so who knows? So we'll talk about that tomorrow. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of the screencast. WickedWix is WICKEDWX.com. Cyclocane is CYCLOCANE.com. That is it for today. Hopefully you are staying safe out there.